Well, hello, my friends. Day two of PLF Live. And it's been a very interesting morning because we have been talking about a recap from yesterday about what was going to be our avatar and how do we interact with them. But one of the most interesting things is really that when you start sharing and connecting with people, then you can start practicing what you're doing, looking at what you're going to solve the problem. And there were three things that I'm looking here on my notes so I can share it with you guys. There were the options of what is the internal challenge that people may be experiencing and how you start solving it. So if you're working with someone, if you're coaching them, if you're building a product, if you're doing whatever you're doing, um, looking at the opportunity to be able to share with them and then um, practice what you're doing so then you can interact with them. And I'm like taking notes left and right. And when we build it, one of the things that it says, like, a lot of times we have an external challenge, and when we can solve it from that person, then we become like an authority. We start becoming an expert for them. So that was really interesting. Then you start looking into what can you do so then you can help them break what is holding them back. So you see me that I go in here, that I get live, I go in different options, I go and do our show, and we have different places. But it didn't start out like that. I had someone that was pushing me, and when I started looking at it, I said, I can do the same thing for some other people. Then, then we went to the point of what will be the transformation that you actually offer for them. And every product, I think that was being one of the biggest challenges, like that we actually can provide a transformation for the person when they get the product. And a lot of times we think that only happened for an actual physical product, but it can happen with anything. It can happen with what do you offer. If you actually are on a church, what is the transformation that you're helping them accomplish? That they're moving away from the old ways of thinking and moving into a new way. If you have an actual physical product. So if I drink this super awesome red juice that have vitamins, it will help me to do X. Well, that is a transformation that this actually brings into you. And how will that break that, I have tried so many things in the past and it doesn't work? Well, no. You can then do this because you can transform it and change it, and it doesn't have to be the same thing over and over and over. Now it's a new way of doing it. And last but not least is then after everything that is working, look for who is actually following and applying what you're doing so you can help them to communicate your message to other people. And there's a bunch of other notes, but I have 2 minutes before I had to go back in. I got some food, I have some coffee. My friends, we did a quick recap yesterday. We're doing the recap today. Share this, connect with us so we can continue to apply what we're learning. And then make sure that if you haven't started to do a live so you can try this, you actually start. My friends, we'll see you on our next video.